finance regardless of down payment. Trade Assist Cash requires trade-in of 95 or newer vehicle or lease terminated 30 days prior to or 90 days after new retail delivery. See dealer or go to buyfordnow.com for complete details. Take delivery from dealer stock by August 22nd, 2017.
I'm Chuck Woolery, and I have a question for you. Is arthritis pain holding you back from doing the things you love? Well, don't let it. You should use Australian Dream for your arthritis. Australian Dream is a topical cream you apply directly to where it hurts. It's real medicine, but there's no odor. And Australian Dream is backed by the empty jar guarantee. It will relieve your pain, or you can send back the empty jar for a refund. Buy Australian Dream for arthritis now at most drugstores and supercenters.
From AM 1680, The Answer, this is Business Leaders with Lance Cardoza, the behind-the-scenes story of the business shakers and movers in the Valley and beyond. And now, here's your host, Lance Cardoza.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to AM 1680, The Answer. You're listening to Business Leaders Live, and we bring it live every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m., and today is August 22nd. It's a special day today because today is my mama's birthday. And Mama, you're probably listening, and she's working, putting in her last year before she retires. And she likes to remind everybody, you know, if you have anything you want from the house, you better come get it, kid, because she's going to take over the world and go out and do her thing. So, Mama, happy birthday to you. So I just wanted to let you know, Vicky Cardoza, she's very special to me and my sisters, and today is her birthday, and I wanted to take that opportunity. So if you know who she is, reach out to her on social media, tell Vicky happy birthday. And so thank you, Mama. Mama knows good people, and she always tells me about that person. She's a good person. He's a good person. They're good people. I have good people in the studio today. And yeah, Cody, I'm talking about you. Cody's the guy that presses the little buttons over here, and he can take us off the air or put us on the air. So yes, Cody, you are good people, but I'm talking about a good person here, a good friend of mine. She's the president of Fresno City College, Dr. Goldsmith. Thank you for being on the program. You're on Business Leaders Live.
Well, good morning, Lance. Thank you so much. And to Mama Cardoza, happy birthday. I hope you're doing something fun today.
I hope so, too. She's probably working. That's how we do it.
That's how, yeah.
We keep our mind off of getting older.
That's right. Work is good for the soul.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about your
Sure.
career path, your work, and your work and what you're doing with Fresno City College, and what led up to that point. You're a mover and shaker. A lot of people talk about Dr. Goldsmith and what you're doing. You're an incredible leader. And what when you first got into business,
Sure.
and it wasn't business at first.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about Dr. Goldsmith.
Sure. So I'm a Valley girl. My folks are from, actually they're from the South, but they were raised in Porterville, California. So I have a long rootstock that goes to the Valley, and a proud Redwood Ranger, graduated from Redwood High School a number of years ago. Yeah. Went to COS for a little while, and I thought I was going to be a photographer for a while, or maybe an x-ray tech. And then I realized, I really like teaching. And the reason I like teaching is not because I was great at school. In fact, I struggled in school. I had a learning disability that was not diagnosed until later in my academic year. And I had some amazing teachers who really made a difference in my life. So I thought, I want to do something along those lines. So I had, after being a photographer for a number of years in Visalia, went back to school. And
before you were a photographer
in
Visalia. So
yes.
Was it for the collegiate, not the collegiate, but COS's paper, or what type of photography did you do?
Sure. I was a photographer for the COS newspaper, but I was also a professional photographer with two different local photographers in Visalia on Main Street.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was great. In fact, I had an opportunity to work with the late, great Gerald Bowling. He had a wonderful photography studio there. I also worked with another photography studio there in Visalia. We did weekend weddings and high school senior shoots and everything in between.
We have something majorly in common. I started off in Hanford as photography, ended up working for the Hanford Sentinel, and I would go downtown Visalia all the time. It was the only photography place other than up here in Fresno with Boots camera.
Right.
And I would go downtown Visalia. I would get my reels to do my film in the
black and white.
The black and white film process.
Yes,
my black and white stuff was right. I can't remember the name of the place, but it was downtown Visalia.
Sure. Albert's.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yes. So I would take my trip from Hanford over there and did some photography for the Sentinel, Visalia Times Delta, did a couple things for them.
You know what? I bet you our paths crossed, because at that time I was working, my former employer had a contract with the California Highway Patrol, so I did a lot of their black and white film for accidents and that sort of thing. So I was in the darkroom quite a bit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you become a photographer. And
that
was a passion.
It was a passion. And then I thought, well, I wanted to do something a little bit more to help people. Yeah, that servant mindset has been something that I've had in my family upbringing for ever since I was a kid, about always, helping others and being a good servant. So I thought, well, I like photography. What about becoming an X-ray tech? So interestingly enough, when I was in my early 20s, I went to Fresno City College to see if I could get into their X-ray tech program, but they were impacted and I couldn't get in. So I thought, well, maybe teaching. So, yeah.
Wow. So you become an X-ray tech.
Yeah. No, I didn't become an X-ray. No,
you just wanted to.
I wanted to, but I think God had other plans for me, so He shut that door, and you keep walking down the hall. And got into I thought, well, I'm going to be a teacher. So I loved history, so I was a history major. Went back to Fresno State, got my degree in history, and then got a teaching credential. And then I taught out at Washington Colony in Easton, and I also taught out in Carruthers at the elementary school. I was an 8th grade history teacher for a number of years.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Easton and Carruthers. The first thing I think of is sopas. I'm Portuguese, so.
Good sopas.
Oh, yeah, I can see the look on your face.
Yeah.
You've been there.
I have.
So, yeah, the Portuguese celebration and the sopas, and I just got all the Portuguese, just their ears perked up, listening to the radio.
Their mouths are watering a little bit right now, too.
Easton and Carruthers, too, some of the best,
Absolutely.
Yes, and at Kerman, Hanford, all of them. They're all great. Visalia, my buddy Tony Dutra, I got to put a shout out to his celebration in Visalia. It's great. Yeah. But
they have that at the Sons of Italy Hall, don't they?
I believe so.
Yeah. It's a great event. I've been.
Right downtown. Another great place. Visalia, so you're in Visalia.
Right.
You go to school.
Right.
You go to Fresno State.
Yeah.
And then at that point, you're teaching.
Yes.
And so that passion to serve.
Yes.
And what happens after that, after teaching?
What's interesting, so I wrote a grant when I was out at Washington Colony, and I wanted to get, the age-old question students would ask, why do I need to know this? Why do I need to know this? So I wanted to be able to show the link between education and a career. So we wrote a grant. We were unsuccessful, but we wrote another grant that we were successful for. And then I found out the power of career technical education to transform lives. I really saw it answer that age-old question, why do I need to know this? Why do I need to know history? Well, because it makes you a better informed person who can go on and be a police officer or a detective or a lawyer and trying to connect, why do you need to know history? And so we brought in a whole host of people who came and spoke to these 8th graders and their parents, because we opened it up. I believe in family education. You should educate the whole family in the community. So we had an opportunity just to get some people in to talk about different careers. And then I thought, this is great. So I want to go into administration. That's what I wanted to go into. So that was my next leap.
And then from there, and you were connecting people. So you were bringing the student, the family, connecting the whole unit to ideas. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of times, too, as I talk to business people, and there's always that one person. And you mentioned the late, great photographer Bolin. Mm-hmm. And you mentioned some people in your life, family. And what was the person that told you can do it?
Oh, my mom and dad.
Mom and dad.
Mom and dad, hands down. And my grandparents. My mom and dad weren't able to have children right away. In fact, they got married in high school, and everybody thought back in the day they had to get married. Well, they didn't have to get married. They wanted to get married. 8 years later came little Carole. So I was always kind of my parents always shared with me that they believed that I was here to do something really big and to be a servant. So that's always been in me since I was a little kid.
It gave you the permission to dream and succeed and do what you need to do. And I think that's a lot of times that you look at very successful people, and through that process, we talk about the trials and tribulations that everybody that's successful or is the president of Fresno City College. Sure. It wasn't an easy road.
No.
There was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and a lot of hard work. And when we come back into our next segment, we're going to talk a little bit about that. The challenges through that process. And everybody thinks it's rosy and just perfect. And it really is what you make it.
Absolutely.
And when times are hard, what do you do to pick yourself up by the bootstraps and do what you need to do? We always have those rough days and things don't go our way.
Yep.
But so mom and dad encourage you. They tell you you can do it, Carole. You can do whatever you want. But you didn't know whatever that was, but you find yourself teaching, you get into administration, so it leads you to where after that?
Well, I did a little stint with San Joaquin Valley College for a little bit, helping them grow their colleges throughout the valley. And then I moved over to the Cesar Chavez Adult School, which at the time wasn't downtown Fresno. It was located on Bond. So I was brought in right when they were getting ready to build the new facility. And that was a wonderful experience, helping to open up a new facility in a wonderful space. If you haven't been down to the downtown Fresno Adult School, you should really check it out. There's some wonderful programs there. Was able to also start a new nursing program there. So that became my second passion, was being able to help create and start new allied health programs. So we're very proud of that program. It's still there today.
In the allied program, that was a very desperate time in looking for nurses. I spoke with, at that time, it was CEO Jack Chubb at the community hospital.
Right.
And one of their biggest challenges was finding nurses at that time. And I think they're still in that position.
Sure.
Constantly looking for good nurses.
Oh, absolutely. The nursing shortage is, kind of ebbs and flows. And that's actually one of the things that got me into community college, is we were looking at doing this grant, working with Fresno Adult School, Fresno City College, and West Hills, trying to get the word out about health careers. And so there was you might have remembered those billboards that were along 41, and it really highlighted nurse education and EMTs and medical assistants. We wanted more and more people to get into healthcare. And that's when I first met some really great people at West Hills and Fresno City College.
Wow. So connecting people and getting them excited about their futures and giving that little positive encouragement to let people know you can do it. If you dream it, you can do it. You can achieve it. Yeah. And so when we come back, we're going to talk about, again, the road does become bumpy through that process. It's not perfect for you. You got to make your own road. And you absolutely did for yourself, and you continue to do that every day. We'll be right back with Business Leaders Live. We're talking to Dr. Carole Goldsmith, the president of Fresno City College.
This is Dr. Jim Cece, Senior Pastor Teacher at Campus Bible Church of Fresno. We're blessed in the San Joaquin Valley to have so many fine Bible teaching churches. However, if you do not have a church home and you're looking for a place where the Word of God is central, why not try out Campus Bible Church? We're pleased to announce that we now meet in 2 locations with a variety of weekend worship services and ministry for all ages. One location is on Maple Avenue, a half a mile south of Fresno State University. The other is on Palm Avenue, just 1 block north of Shields. For more information, you can go online to campusbiblechurch.com or call the church office at 291-9116. I also want to personally invite you to listen to The Ambassador's Call, our radio teaching ministry, every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. and Sundays at 12 noon here on this station. Again, this is Dr. Jim Cece, praying that you will, in the words of the Apostle Paul, glorify God in your body today.
With Quicken Loans, the outdated and complicated mortgage process is a thing of the past. Our simple process helps you understand all the details so you can be confident that you're getting the right mortgage. Take your mortgage to the next level and call 800-QUICKEN or go completely online with Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. No matter how you prefer to work with us, we've got what you need to get you through the mortgage process with ease. For 7 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. And for the 3rd year in a row, they also ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing. Whether you're looking to purchase or refinance, now is the time. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.875%, APR 4.23%. Call 800-QUICKEN or get started online at rocketmortgage.com. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently.
For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
It's professional boxing at the Valdez Hall, next to the Cell Arena, Saturday, September 23rd. The main event featuring Fresno's own Mike Ruiz Jr., ranked 13th by the North American Boxing Federation and North American Boxing Association, versus Jonathan Torres from Guadalajara, Jalisco. Also, 6 more exciting boxing matches featuring top-ranked Valley stars Joe Lopez and Isidro Ochoa, plus Fresno's best Hector Madera, Julia Lopez, and Madera's own Jesus Sanchez. Special guest of honor, our own Valley Olympian Jose Ramirez. Doors open at 6 p.m., showtime at 7 p.m. Tickets now on sale for the best seats available. Buy your tickets now at Cell Arena's box office and Ticketmaster. Come out and support our Valley Boxers. For more information, call 559-233-8803. That's 233-8803. It's all or nothing. It's todo or nada. Saturday, September 23rd at the Valdez Hall next to Celland Arena. Sponsored by Serrano's Furniture with 9 locations to serve you.
The key to success? Keep it simple, especially when it comes to hiring the right people for your growing business. That means finding the right candidates with a powerful suite of tools. Tools that are easy to use and get the job done quickly. And nobody makes it easier than Indeed.com. Post a job in minutes. Simple. Set up screener questions to help you find more qualified candidates. Simple. Review applicants, take notes, and schedule interviews from a user-friendly dashboard on your phone, tablet, or desktop. Simple. Indeed is hiring made simple. And simple works. An independent study proves 5 times more hires are made through Indeed than any other job site. More hires than the rest combined. And right now we're giving new users a $50 credit to post a sponsored job, boosting your listing in relevant search results and helping you find qualified candidates faster. Claim your $50 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Giving you the inside story of business leaders in the Valley and beyond. This is Business Leaders with Lance Cardoza.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us here every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Between 9 and 10, we bring you Business Leaders Live. I have the president, Dr. Goldsmith, in studio from Fresno City College. And before that, we were talking about the road to success. And sometimes people only see certain things as success. And sometimes, a lot of times, our young people look at who's on TV or the rap star or whatever, and that's the only thing that's successful.
Right.
And sometimes our leaders, just our business leaders, can impact.
Sure.
The guy next door can impact you as a child, saying, you can do it. There's someone in your life, and it was your mom and dad.
Absolutely.
They embraced you, and they said you can do it. And now President Fresno City College, and it was a rough road. So
sure.
Let's talk about some of that, the challenges.
Yeah. So besides my mom and dad, who are always, just stalwart and you will do this, you can do this, I had some amazing teachers. And, we think about leaders, business leaders, we think about, rap stars or athletic folks being leaders. They all are. But, if you look at the path of a teacher, you look at some famous teachers in history, Buddha, Muhammad, Jesus, kind of big names, very, very influential people. And they were all teachers. So oftentimes I'll say I evangelize for education because I believe in the transformational power that education really holds because I saw it in my own life. My mom and dad didn't go to college. They had an amazing career and they're wonderful people, have given back to the community and had their own business. But it's very difficult these days for young people not to have, you have to have some training. You have to go to college to get training. Now, it's not always a 4-year degree. It could be other programs. But the power of a teacher to be able to instill love and instill the attitude of you can do it, it's so powerful. So I was really blessed to have some amazing teachers because it wasn't difficult. It wasn't easy for me in school. Like I said, I didn't get A's and B's. And I spent a few times in the principal's office as well.
Were you considered a dreamer? Did you dream big?
I always dreamed big.
Always dreaming big.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sometimes it distracted you from the book work.
That and the fact that, I shared with you earlier, I had a learning disability. So what I could hear and I could read, but I just had some processing issues. So, numbers I have dyslexia. Yeah. So I've been able to manage it now as an adult. But as a kid, it wreaked havoc with me. There was more times than not that, I thought I did really well on a test, and it came back with a lot of red ink on it. So
you felt so good before.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But it made me relentless, and tough. And I think, that's the thing about you can't give up when you fail, because I have failed a lot. I have failed tests. I have failed classes. I have failed relationships. I have failed often. But the difference between me being a failure and a success is I keep getting up. A good friend of mine, Russell Freitas, the superintendent at Fireball, just saw him the other day at 5 o'clock spin class at GB3. And he could tell I had a lot on my shoulders. He's like, you know what, kid? You can get knocked down 7 times. You just got to get up 8. And that's just it. You got to keep getting up.
Got to keep getting up. And you're going to get knocked down.
Oh, that's inevitable.
Yeah.
Life is not easy.
And what happens, what really translates to success and feeling good about yourself and what you do is, what do you do when the times are hard?
Yeah.
And when you get hit or when you get knocked down, what do you do with yourself at that point?
Well, it's interesting you should ask that because, while I look good and have a smile on my face, right now I'm kind of going through some tough stuff. And, it's all about showing up ready. I believe starting off my day every day on bended knee and asking for guidance and direction and letting him do the control, and I show up. And I think it's important when you're feeling down or you're having a tough time, whether it's work or personal, do something good. Do something good for someone else other than yourself. It's important to take care of yourself. Go to the gym, work out, eat well, get sleep, all that good stuff. But it's also good when you're feeling really low to do something. Do something, whether it's for a dog that you find on the street or if it's your neighbor or your child or your neighbor, you need to do good.
Or just even positive reinforcement.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I know and I was before the show telling you about the challenges that we're having right now at home and with family. And so everybody has these pressures of life.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to be steadfast. You have to be steadfast. And a good friend of mine, Jeff Eben, we were talking about. Jeff, a simple thing. And you look at a guy, he's in a wheelchair. He could have been a football star, 16 years old, gets in this position. Could be collecting change on a street corner, but said no. And it was a love of a football coach, that love that made a difference. And simple, how many wins have you had today? That's all you're going to focus on. Right. What are you going to win today for yourself and for others? And that love that you have for each other.
And that's the key. We talk a lot about, and you see it on social media about, love conquers hate and love doesn't. But love inspires people. I mean, what I do, when people say, God, you're so passionate about education. Yes, because I love it and I believe in the transformational power of education. But when you're going through a tough time, to love one another, stay focused on it, can't focus on the past, can't focus too much on the future. Just think about today. What are you going to do good today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to do good? And we're talking... After this, we're going to talk about Fresno City College.
We're doing a lot of good.
A lot of good going on there.
going on there.
And so you before we went to break, we were talking about you're getting education, you go to administration.
Yeah.
You've led colleges before.
Right.
Now you're here at Fresno City in downtown.
Yeah.
It's still considered downtown. It's just outside downtown.
It is downtown, absolutely.
But it's Fresno City is a jewel, and it's a city. It really is a city. There's a lot of students. Let's talk a little bit about numbers that we're talking about.
So last year we broke some records. We have now served over 32,000 students last year. Think about that. 32,000 students. That's a little bit more than Fresno State. I hope Joe Castro's listening, but we have more students than you do, Joe. And we are California's first community college. We're very proud of that. Everyone listening should be proud of that. Fresno set the bar about community colleges in the state of California, and we're the second oldest in the nation. So it really is a trendsetter here in Fresno, and so proud of our rich history of, being that bridge to the university, being that second chance, being that so many things just for so many people. 32,000 students, and people wonder why we have a parking problem.
Yeah, exactly. And I do hear that with students. It's a challenge.
Right.
But every college you go to, I had a student that worked for me at one time, and Fresno State wasn't the thing that drove him crazy. It was being able to just get there.
Right.
That was a get there and find your car when you're done. And but if you look at it, if you're working in business in San Francisco, they have the same challenges. They have the same problems. Chicago, New York. I mean, it happens in life and business.
Well, and it's funny you should say that because we are an urban city. We're the fourth or fifth largest city in the state, and we need to start thinking that way. If you go to New York or San Francisco, people don't normally drive. You take transit. So we're really proud of the partnership that we have with Fresno, the city of Fresno. Now our students with an associate body government card, they can get on the bus and go anywhere, read their book, get dropped off right in front. They can use the bus pass for free throughout the city. We need to start thinking more like our urban brothers and sisters in the big cities, because guess what, Fresno? You are a large city.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of times people think. City transit, public transit, it's not safe. Downtown, it's not safe. We hear these things all the time, and I battle it all the time.
Yeah.
That is the nicest bus system.
Absolutely.
I've ridden them all over the country, and right now outside the studio, one just zipped by the window.
Yep.
They're the best air conditioned you can find in Fresno.
Yes.
They're really clean, really nice, and it's a great system.
It is a great system, and it's a great place for you to be able to do homework. You don't have to worry about driving. It's great.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got the classroom hall on wheels.
Absolutely.
So and that's one of the things that you're really good about is bringing everybody together to create better things for everybody.
I'm a matchmaker.
Matchmaker, and you're doing that here with Fresno City, and we're going to hear more about what Fresno City has in store and what's coming up. I know we're talking about 107 years of Fresno City. When we come back, Dr. Goldsmith here on Business Leaders Live.
What can happen when your calling becomes your career? Just about anything. Because Fresno Pacific University is creating every possibility that God makes possible. The career you never dreamed you'd be capable of. The life you always imagined for yourself. The future you didn't expect might be yours. Learn your limits and discover that you have none. This is what's possible. Fresno Pacific University.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
What makes one business rise above? Why do some grow while others simply maintain? Time after time, consistently successful businesses work smart. And when smart businesses need to hire, they do it on the job site that is the proven leader, Indeed.com. According to an independent study, Indeed delivers 5 times more hires than any other job site. More hires than the rest combined. Businesses that work smart choose partners that have proven track records. It's no wonder that 3 million businesses choose Indeed. To make it even better, right now we're giving new users a $50 credit to post a sponsored job, boosting your listing in relevant search results and helping you find qualified candidates faster. Claim your $50 credit at Indeed.com/credit. That's Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site for smart companies like yours. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Hello, television viewers in the San Joaquin Valley. Remember the good old days of live TV when anything could happen? Remember the best music of yesteryear like Count Basie, Tommy Dorsey, and Harry James? Remember those old-time TV programs like The Jack Benny Show, Burns and Allen, and The Bob Cummings Show? Mix it all up with live in-studio guests and taking phone calls from viewers just like you. What do you have? You have a show like no other in the country each week on KGMC Channel 43.5, Antenna TV, and Comcast Cable Channel 378. Tune your television sets at 7 p.m. every Saturday night for 6 hours of entertainment on the Flying Home with Ronnie Paul show. It's Flying Home with Ronnie Paul each Saturday night from 7 p.m. till 1 a.m. on KGMC Channel 43.5 and Comcast Cable 378.
The IRS doesn't mess around. If they want your money, they'll take it. They can take your paycheck and bank accounts too, even threaten your home or business. And it's about to get worse. The IRS just hired an army of new tax enforcers. So, if you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do is call Optima Tax Relief. Optima has access to a special IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative. And their clients that qualify are saving thousands, even tens of thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop that army of new enforcers from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A-rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $500 million of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. Call now for your free consultation.
Call 800-367-6289. 800-367-6289. 800-367-6289.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
You are listening to Business Leaders with Lance Cardoza, the behind-the-scenes story of the business shakers and movers in the Valley and beyond. Once again, here's Lance Cardoza.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us always on this exciting hour with Business Leaders every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. At the top of the show, today's August 22nd, so I had to give a shout-out to my mother, Vicky Cardoza, and her birthday, and I totally forgot the promo for the 40 Under 40. So we talk about business leaders, and we talk about future business leaders, young people under the age of 40 that reach success, and they're our future leaders of this great city of Fresno and the surrounding area throughout the San Joaquin Valley. And the 40 Under 40 is coming up the first Thursday in December. Nominations are closing now at 40, the letter U, 40.com. So if you know somebody that needs to be recognized, the BusinessStreetOnline.com's 40 Under 40 is underway, and we're getting nominations now at 40, the letter U, 40.com. It's 250-word description why you feel someone should be recognized in the 40 Under 40. And it might be that little bit of inspiration that gets them to go to the next level, like our president of Fresno City College, Dr. Goldsmith. She had a passion for education. She chased it. She's went into administration and now the president of Fresno City College. And before the break, we were talking about Fresno City College and a lot of things that we don't know. 32,000 students last year and 107 years of the city college.
Right. So people are probably asking, what are 32,000 people studying over at Fresno City College?
Yeah.
Well, just to kind of give you some numbers, last year we transferred well over 7,000 students to the CSU and the UC system. I don't think most people understand that or really know the volume that we have. Because oftentimes when we report our graduation rates, we talk about those students that we grant degrees to, which was close to right under 2,000 students we actually awarded degrees. But the bigger number are those students who they take the units and they go and they transfer, for example, to the four-year universities last year, 4,870 to the 4-year. And then just to the CSU system alone, close to 3,000. So we're really close to that 8,000 mark each year where we're preparing students to transfer on to the university where they can go on and continue their degrees in engineering or architecture or law. We have a wonderful law program, a great architectural program, and an amazing engineering program that prepares students to go to that next level. So we're really proud of that.
And it's creating workforce right here in Fresno. I talk about our number one export a lot of times, our youth. We export them out of the area. I'm seeing here in the past, I'd say decade to 15 years, we're really keeping them here at home, and we have a knowledge-based workforce that is actually being developed here at home.
Well, and that's exactly right. And Fresno City College is one of the largest institutions in the Valley to do just that. We have 96 different associate degrees, about 26 associate degrees for transfer, which is a new thing. Those degrees for transfer allows a student to be guaranteed admission into the CSU. Not a maybe, not a okay. It is a you shall be enrolled into that program. And we have over 80 CTE programs that range from dental hygiening to paralegal to respiratory care, radiology, fire. We trained the bulk of fire, police, and nurses, our first responders. In fact, last Friday I had a wonderful opportunity of attending the 147th graduation of our police academy. Wow. We have trained...
How many cadets?
We had about, I think about 38 cadets. In fact, I know we've been hearing a lot on the news how there's not enough trained police officers, and, the Fresno PD, Chief Dyer and Margaret Mims, and all around the surrounding areas have been asking for, it's difficult to find. We've even had problems trying to find police officers. So we listened. It's one of the things I think I'm known for is listening and doing something. So when I heard that, I went back to the faculty and staff and I said, we got to do better. And so we added another cohort in October where we're going to add another 50 slots for training for Police Academy. And, a lot of colleges have a hard time kind of adjusting and adapting and being responsive. Well, Fresno City College, we're an old campus, so we're kind of like, an old lady. It takes a while to get going. But we are changing. And so I'm pretty excited about that new cohort coming in October.
And you seem to be that type of leader. Sometimes in government or even business, big business, it's like taking an aircraft carrier and turning it around. Yeah. You seem to be the one that we've got an idea. We have a connection.
Sure.
Can we do this yesterday?
Yeah.
You want to move fast and let's get going.
Well, and I'm lucky because I get to lead an institution that, yes, it's old and has a tremendous tradition, but it has amazing faculty and staff who are willing and want to do the hard work. So I just get to be their cheerleader, and I'm excited to do that. In fact, talked about first responders. Our nursing program, largest nursing program in the state, second largest in the nation. What I'm most proud of, we graduate probably about 200 students in nursing in January and another 200 in in the spring. So very proud of that. Now, while size is important, it's also success. And so the national average for first-time BRN success is about 83%. Fresno City College is at 87%. So we are incredibly proud of our student success efforts. And we have a lot of student success efforts going on campus.
And we were talking about letting people know, and it's radio shows like this,
Sure.
and being able to let people know about our knowledge workers that are out there looking for these positions.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times they think the jobs aren't here and they have to go somewhere else,
Sure.
but which is not necessarily true. There's these large corporations and businesses and government and everybody that's looking for these knowledge workers every day, and you hear about it every day.
Sure. So, as a matter of fact, yesterday I was at Rotary with Jim Yavino from Fresno County Office of Education and Bob Nelson, the interim superintendent. Hopefully, come tomorrow, will be the superintendent.
Yeah.
And we talked about our partnership that we have working together and working with Fresno State. You know, there really is a misconception out there, and I hope people are listening to this because career technical education is alive and well, and we are preparing a lot of young people for the jobs. And I don't think it's a bandwidth or a capacity issue. I think it's a connection issue. So we're working with, Bitwise and some other folks about how can we create a platform to connect job seekers and employers. So we're working on that now, both with Fresno State, Fresno Unified, and Jim Yavino, because we believe, just at my institution alone, out of the 32,000 students, over 18,000 of them are in a career technical program. So that's a lot of bandwidth. That's a lot of human capacity. That's a human talent.
And I talk about the export being our youth. We want to be able to connect them here locally and put that together. If a company because I run into them daily, it's all the time. We're having a challenge with this, and like we talked about with community and
Right.
nursing program. Right. How does someone connect with the college and be able to look at this workforce?
Sure, and that's the most difficult issue. Before I got here, Fresno City College has kind of experienced, the death of Tony Cantu was quite a blow to the college. So we're working now to put together some process. I'd like to come back maybe at another show. We're going to unveil something that's going to be really exciting for all of the employers.
Oh, she has some top secret stuff coming.
I do.
Coming for the future. But connecting people, that's what we do here, Business Leaders Live. When we come back, we'll listen to a little more. We've got some big stuff that we're going to announce here in a little bit. Here on Business Leaders Live, we're here with Dr. Goldsmith with Fresno City College.
It's professional boxing at the Valdez Hall, next to the Cell End Arena, Saturday, September 23rd. The main event featuring Fresno's own Mike Ruiz Jr. Ranked 13th by the North American Boxing Federation and North American Boxing Association versus Jonathan Torres from Guadalajara, Jalisco. Also, 6 more exciting boxing matches featuring top-ranked Valley stars Joe Lopez and Isidro Ochoa. Plus, Fresno's best, Hector Madera, Julia Lopez, and Madera's own Jesus Sanchez. Special guest of honor, our own Valley Olympian Jose Ramirez. Doors open at 6 p.m., showtime at 7 p.m. Tickets now on sale for the best seats available. Buy your tickets now at Cell End Arenas, Box Office, and Ticketmaster. Come out and support our Valley Boxers. For more information, call 559-233-8803. That's 233-8803. It's all or nothing. It's todo or nada. Saturday, September 23rd at the Valdez Hall next to Cell End Arena. Sponsored by Serrano's Furniture with 9 locations to serve you.
The Semper Solaris Sizzling Summer Solar Sale is on. Complete solar and roofing systems at never-before-seen prices. Save up to $7,500. It's the biggest sale in solar power history. Semper Solaris, a veteran-owned licensed solar and roofing contractor, installs panels from SunPower with the best panels and the best warranty in the world. Panels, mounting brackets, nuts and bolts, the inverter, all covered for 25 years. No competitor even comes close. Get your 360-watt panels by the baker's dozen. Buy 12 and the 13th is free. Add in all our discounts and you save up to $7,500. Now, add in your 30% federal tax credit. What do you say, boys? A SunPower LE dealer, A+ rated by the BBB. It all means we get the job done with esprit de corps and honor. Call now before the month ends. 888-316-1079. 888-316-1079. Or visit SemperSolaris.com. CSLB number 978152. Some restrictions apply. Max savings based on purchase of 36 panels. 30% tax credit if eligible. New customers only. Expires 8/31/17.
You're part of a growing business. You need to hire, but not just any candidates. You need the right candidates. You need powerful tools to find the right fit for the job, and you need tools that are easy to use. That's where Indeed.com comes in. Indeed's advanced algorithm uses the specific details from your job listing to position your job post where more relevant candidates will find it. The right candidates. Screener questions help you zero in on the best talent, while sort and filter tools keep your recruitment organized. It's no surprise an independent study shows there are 5 times more hires made through Indeed than any other job site. More hires than the rest combined. And right now we're giving new users a $50 credit to post a sponsored job, boosting your listing in relevant search results and helping you find qualified candidates faster. Claim your $50 credit at Indeed.com/credit. That's Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Do you believe that kids today need a caring adult in their lives? Hi, this is Ed Kazmarek with Fresno Madera Youth for Christ. We believe kids need more than that. It takes at least 7 caring adults, a parent, a coach, a pastor, a YFC mentor, to help kids along the difficult journey of being a teenager. Life can be overwhelming. The Youth for Christ team serves at over 35 ministry sites across Fresno and Madera counties, bringing the good news of hope in Jesus Christ. Support Youth for Christ. Visit yfcnow.org today.
Want the inside scoop on an area? Locals always know. Want an inside advantage in your job search? Then you rely on a staffing local. We're Spherion, a 65-year workforce leader with a distinct local focus. Just last year, we helped 160,000 individuals find exciting careers. I'm Glenna Gates, and my team knows the Central Valley area well. More than a business, this is our home, and we have connections to the area's most respected companies. Gain a local career advantage and call Spherion at 559-251-4040 or visit us on the web at spherion.com.
Giving you the inside story of business leaders in the Valley and beyond. This is Business Leaders with Lance Cardoza.
In studio right now with Dr. Goldsmith, president of Fresno City College, talking about her career and going through her trials and tribulations and dreams and everything that she had in front of her to get where she is today. And she's having a good time, it sounds like, with Fresno City College. And I was looking at a sheet right here, it's Fast Facts, and it's talking about pre-student funding by education system in 2016 and 17.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't have to ask the question how you're funded. I mean, I look at it and it's, you're funded just under $8,000.
Yeah.
And that's pretty scary for a big operation that you're running.
It is, especially when you look at some of the other educational sectors. And, California really has the premier education system. Whatever your politics are, the former Governor Brown, not this one, but the former Governor Brown, came out with California Educational Master Plan in the 60s. And that plan was just transformational in terms of how we do education, not only in the state, but throughout the nation. And so there became this real emphasis on K-12 education and the CSU, but knowing that there needed to be that bridge. The community college really played that role. And so Fresno City College, being the first community college, has always played an important role in that. But if you look at you often hear community colleges are the workforce engine. We prepare today's workforce. It's absolutely true. But if you look at how we're funded, the UC gets about $26,000 per full-time student. The CSU, like Fresno State, gets right around $15,000 per student. And our brothers and sisters in the K-12 system gets right around $11,000, $12,000. And then here we come in at the very bottom, just a little under $8,000 per student. And our costs are the same. When we talk about business, insurance, pretty much the same. Cost of utilities, pretty much the same. So the cost of doing business is no different between Fresno State or the UC. And we have volumes of students. We have 32,000 students. So I'm really proud that we've been able to do what we can do. And that's why partnerships are so important, because I can't do it alone. I have to leverage. Working with the city, it's important. Working with business is incredibly important because we can't do it alone.
Is this across the board in all city colleges,
yes.
Community colleges? Okay.
All community colleges. This is a statewide formula, and I think it's something I hope if any legislators are out there listening, they might want to take a look at. I would not want to take any money away from my brothers and sisters in the other sectors of education, but I think it's important for us to look at, if we know most people are going to community college, and that we know that it's you can be college and career ready when you graduate high school, but the reality is you need more than a high school diploma. It's no longer like it was for our mom and dad. You could get a high school diploma and you could have a very good life. That's very difficult to do now. And I think most people would agree that you need some education after graduation. So we really are providing that value. And as Californians, I think we need to think about what are we funding and where do we want to put our value and where do we want to put our investment. And I would argue community colleges, dollar for dollar, is your best bet. And
especially you have 32,000. You have a mini city that you're producing of educated workforce out there, and they're all looking for jobs, and they're doing the right thing, getting that extended education. And there's opportunities also for those students that college just started. We were talking about during the break.
Right.
If you didn't get in, it's not too late for you.
It's not too late. That's one of the things I love about Fresno City College and all community colleges, whether it's Reedley or Clovis or even our brothers and sisters at the other South Valley and North Valley. Most colleges have this, what they call second 9 weeks. So if you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh, I didn't make, the fall registration, there's still time for you. At Fresno City College, we have a host of courses, both in career technical education and our regular academic. If you want to transfer, you need to get math and your English classes out of the way. We have classes starting mid-October. In fact, Monday, October 15th or 16th, I believe. So we're enrolling now. So if you missed the beginning of the semester, no problem. We still have classes for you. The second 9 weeks offers a second chance for you.
Awesome. So any students out there or any business leaders or other business people that have some students that thought, well, I didn't get in time and I need to get back in there. And you really need to take a look, too. I was amazed. My oldest daughter graduated, Chloe Cardozo. She graduated from Fresno City. What a great ceremony. That was so nice. And my good friend George Garnica with KC24 went back and continued education in journalism. And he's on the brochure, his picture. I got to show it to you, George. Yeah. But it was great to see that and to be able to dive in and see some of the programs. And my grandson went to the preschool childcare at Fresno City while my daughter was going through school. And what a great program. I mean, he loved it, and Little Friends for Life. And really good things happening there on that college campus.
Oh, absolutely. This summer, we just had Ram Camp. Sam the Ram is our mascot. We had Ram Camp. We served over 400 students at Ram Camps for summer activities. We have a child care center that's amazing. In fact, thanks to the voters who passed the California bond, we'll be building a new enlarged child care center so more students and more community members can get quality child care. And students who work there are learning how to be early childhood educators. Very excited about that. And talking about second chance and child care, we also last week gave out over $200,000 in scholarship. So those are dollars that go directly to students through a variety of different programs, whether it be fire, police, engineering, teachers. $200,000. Our community loves our students because they realize the value they hold.
Great stuff. And with Rampage, I was thinking while we were talking about it, Rampage is the newspaper. I was trying to remember the name.
Award-winning newspaper.
Award-winning newspaper. In your prior life, you started as a photographer at the top of the show. We were talking about that. I'm sure you'd look at the pictures sometimes.
I do.
You look because we all do.
They're much better than I were. I was not that great.
Not that good?
No, that's why I'm a president.
And the journalism program is a great program that you have there also. And
it's a fantastic program. In fact, many of our news anchors, I won't mention them all and embarrass them, but there are several local radio folks and local TV who got their start at Fresno City College. That's something we're really proud of. A lot of our mayor went to Fresno City College. Our fire chief went to Fresno City College. Our sheriff went to Fresno City College. Fresno City has gotten a lot of people a great start.
A great start. And you're going to be paving the way for the future of Fresno City and our future leaders and going through that education system. Anything that's coming up, I know you're celebrating 107 years. Right. Anything that's coming up with Fresno City that we need to be thinking about?
Well, we just passed Measure C, which is a large bond. So we have been holding community conversations throughout the community. By the time we're done next month, we will have held 15 different community meetings where we're listening about what do you want to see at the expansion at our new satellite, which will be built in West Fresno. Very excited about that.
That's some big news. That's
big news.
Yes, that's going to be a good one. So we'll be talking about that. We're going to one more segment before we wrap up our Business Leaders Live. And what I'd like to do, Carole and Dr. Goldsmith, when we come back, we want to hear something that probably no one knows about Dr. Goldsmith.
Oh.
Something you want to share about yourself.
Oh.
And she's getting nervous.
I'm getting nervous.
When we come back, we'll have Dr. Goldsmith right here on the final segment of Business Leaders Live. Thank you for joining us here Tuesday mornings at 9 a.m.
Tune in this Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. to Frontline Radio with Ben Berquam, your unashamed, unafraid political evangelist, exposing the left and mobilizing the right to stand in the Central Valley, across the state of California, and around the country. Christ, family, country. It's live, it's local, it's Frontline Radio with Ben Berquam on AM 1680. The Answer, brought to you in part by FrontlineAmerica.com, your source for updates on the battle to restore California's and America's identity.
Every day, Poverello House serves 1,600 meals to homeless men and women and families in Fresno County. That's equivalent to one meal for each person at a sold-out Save Mart Center concert. And we've been doing it all with the warehouse and operations center that has seen much better days. Hello, this is Cruz Avila, Executive Director for the Poverello House. Help us raise the roof and fund the construction of a new fully insulated warehouse at Poverello. Together, let's build something that will have a profound impact on our community. Donate today by visiting www.poverellohouse.org or call us at 498-6988.
One name, 9 locations, the lowest prices anywhere in the Valley, with the highest quality furniture. It's Serrano's Furniture. The Serrano's Furniture Galleries are family-owned and operated right here in Central California for over 30 years, giving you top-name brands like Legacy, Parker House, and Klausner. The best prices on America's #1 rated mattresses like Serta, Simmons, and the iComfort Sleep System. Before you buy your furniture online, which comes to your home unassembled, visit a Serrano's Furniture Gallery near you. Serrano strives to give you exceptional customer service as well as giving you the best price and best value. Serrano's Furniture in Fresno, Visalia, Hanford, Porterville, Madera, Tulare, Bakersfield, Delano, and Dinuba. This is the big one, the largest furniture retailer in the Valley, Serrano's. For monthly specials, visit serranosfurnituregalleries.com. You are listening to Business Leaders with Lance Cardoza, the behind-the-scenes story of the business shakers and movers in the Valley and beyond. Once again, here's Lance Cardoza.
What a great episode. Dr. Goldsmith, president of Fresno City College. We were talking about a lot of the behind the scenes and her future and how she arrived where you are today with Fresno City College. And before the break, we were talking about a little bit of information someone might not know about you.
Sure. So I do love to cycle, and I like to kayak, and I don't get to do that very often. I absolutely love it. I'm a proud member of the Fresno Cycling Club and like to paddle. But my big passion, and probably something that's near and dear to my heart, is animals. And so I routinely try to, if I see dogs running loose, I will stop and get the dog and try to find their home. In fact, if you go on Facebook right now and look under Carole Goldsmith, you will find this little dog who I called Sunny because I found him on the day of the eclipse, and he was running on Herndon. I mean, Herndon, thank goodness that me and a few other Good Samaritans were able to stop traffic on Herndon and got the little guy. He's adorable. There's pictures of him on my Facebook between Herndon. I was on Herndon between Palm and Fruit. If you know anybody who lost that dog, please check out my Facebook. I'm going to tag you in it, Lance, so you can share.
Tag me in there. Tag me in there. I got a lot of dog lovers on my Facebook. Yeah, so Sunny, the eclipse might have scared Sunny.
Yeah,
scared Sunny, and Sunny didn't know. I heard that. I was Cody's laughing at me over here. No, but the eclipse I heard with animals. Yeah. The big thing they were saying: make sure your animals are indoors so they don't stare at the sun. I love the newscaster was saying, make sure you do not stare at the sun. And I thank you for that information. So it's like, how about the rest of the year? But anyways, it was a lot of fun with the eclipse yesterday. But Sunny needs a home.
Sunny needs a home.
Sunny's on your Facebook. You can listen to this whole radio program. Great stories and great information about Fresno City College, our educational leaders that will be going out into our workforce, being pumped right out of there at Fresno City College, and our great educational institutions here in our valley.
It's a wonderful thing for all of Fresno to be proud of. Fresno City College really is something for all of us. It is the city's college, and we're hoping to expand and have even more offerings for everybody. And everyone's hoping that we find Sunny's mom and dad.
Yeah, let's go to your Facebook and find Sunny's home.
Yeah.
next week, right here, Tuesdays at 9 a.m., Business Leaders Live. We'll bringing you a new business leader. Make sure you tune in at lancecardoza.com to get all the post episodes of Business Leaders. It was a little plug for Lucha Extreme. Go there to lancecardoza.com.
I found myself in the darkest point of my life. I spent 4.5 years in the military. I deployed to Iraq 3 times. I came home. I didn't necessarily know how to handle myself and the issues that I had going on inside of me. So I turned to drugs, which was about the dumbest thing that I could have ever done.
At the Fresno Rescue Mission, people like William learn like William. 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 Learn